This is the plaintiff, Yolanda Murray. She says the defendant sideswiped her car, then just took off. She went right after him, caught up to him, and then he took off again. So she went after him again. And when he stopped, she knocked on his window and called the cops. The cops wrote up a report. She doesn't think the defendant has insurance, and she's suing him for the $2,512 worth of damages he caused. This is the defendant, Kyle Hodges. He says the plaintiff made an abrupt right turn from the left lane and their cars kissed a little. It wasn't anything major. He didn't even think of stopping about it. The plaintiff, however, lost her composure, became irate and downright hostile. He doesn't even know why, because the scrape was her fault, because everyone knows you don't make a right-hand turn from the left lane into oncoming traffic. He's accused of a hit and run.
All parties, please use your right hand. You see it? Come to order, please. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas. All right, Ms. Murray, you got into a car accident with Mr. Hodges. So you're driving a 2012 Volkswagen Golf,
Yes.
and you're driving in what direction?
I'm driving south.
Okay, come on over here and show me, take a car to be you and a car to be him.
Okay, so I'm here.
Okay?
He's here.
Okay, can I ask you, are there two lanes there?
Yes.
Just
that's
the
what
two
I'm-
lanes?
Yes, two
Okay.
lanes. So there's nobody else around. Only traffic this way stopped at a stoplight.
Okay.
So I have my blinker on. I'm proceeding to go this way. And I stopped to see where he is.
In the middle of the
Because-
intersection?
Yes,
Why?
because I need to merge into this lane, which veers off to another direction this way.
So you're trying to get into his lane?
It's actually a merge. Everybody merges into that lane because it's a little island.
Everybody doesn't. Some people go straight.
No. Oh, but everybody
Right,
that
but
needs
you
to,
need to merge.
Yes.
So the better place for you to have been would
Is
have
on
been
this
where he
side.
was.
Right.
But that's your favorite lane, but it's not the one you're in. So you're going this way.
Yes.
And he's also going that way.
Yes, but I wasn't really stopping for him. I'm stopping to before, and then I look to see where he is. Because if he's not there, I'm going to go ahead and make this turn and go this way. I remembered that he was there.
Do that again?
So
If he's not there, you're going to do what?
as I'm stopped here to see where he is so that I'm not cutting him off, he comes these lanes are very wide. He comes like this, and I'm looking at my mirror and I'm watching him, and I'm like, why is he coming so fast and so close to me? I thought he was gonna knock my mirror off, but I'm not moving. He had all
So
this
you're literally stopped in the intersection?
Yes. He had all of this space to go around me and make his turn. But he didn't. He came up so close and scratched my whole car going. Like, if I would have went, I as fast as he was coming around me, I probably would have ran into him, which I believe that's what his outcome was what he wanted.
He wanted you to run into him?
When he saw I was
Why would he want you to run into him?
Because some people just, they look for a situation where they would be in the right. Because if I would have kept on going and he zoomed around me, he would have been in the right.
What happens after the contact with your cars?
He did nothing. He just kept on going like he didn't scratch up my car.
What'd you do?
I went behind him. And when we got to the first stoplight, I got out of my car and I checked to make sure it wasn't me, and I see the scrape.
What do you mean check to make sure it wasn't you?
Because I heard him scratching my car.
Oh, you checked to make sure there was damage, that you weren't imagining
and
it.
then I tapped on his window and I said, "Sir, you scratched up my car." And he said, "Oh, I'll pull over here." And he actually didn't pull over there. So I'm following him into another intersection, and then I blow my horn and I say, go over there. And he does.
And then what?
So then I say to him, "You scratched my car." And I'm waiting for him to say, "Oh, I'm sorry, I have insurance, my name is, whatever." Nothing.
What does he say?
He says, "Oh, I don't have any insurance information on me." So
And then what do you do?
So I said, "Okay, then I have to call the police."
And then what happened?
I called the police.
And?
They came.
And did they give him a ticket for not having insurance information?
I didn't see that.
Did you have insurance, sir, when this happened?
Yes.
Did you have the information on you like you're supposed to?
I
Did not have my insurance
So
card
did the police
present.
give you a ticket for not having your insurance information like they should?
No, they didn't.
Okay. Were any tickets issued that day?
No.
So why don't you come over here to the board and tell me what happened?
We were going about the same. So her damage, I believe, was
Now,
from
why'd you
here.
hit her car, though? Did you see her or you didn't see her?
It was very light. It was very close.
Oh, just a little
it was something
kiss.
I did.
It was a little
It
kiss.
was a
That's
little
how you
kiss,
called it.
literally.
A kiss, right?
It was.
Okay.
It was. If you-
Let me explain to you what a kiss is. I don't know if you've never had a kiss, but a kiss is not two cars colliding, my friend. So why didn't you stop?
It really didn't feel like it was anything
Major?
major.
You know what? You have to stop if it's minor. Why didn't you stop? Not once, but twice. She tells you to stop, and you're like, oh, and you keep going a second time.
That is not true. That is not true. Because when we got around the corner, she did. She stopped me at the intersection. And she said, you need to pull over. You hit my car. You need to pull over. And I said, okay, there's a parking lot here at the next intersection. Let's pull over, and we'll go there into that parking lot. And that's where we pulled over.
Okay.
Okay? So we pulled over. She shows where.
So what? Tell me something. Okay, before we get to the pullover, I want to try to understand right there where the accident happens. All right. So just to understand, she's in this lane which has a left turn only.
Right.
And you are in this lane which I can see underneath that car that's there that you can either go left or right.
Right.
So you're both turning.
Right.
Okay. Where here does the accident happen?
Somewhere in here, under the light, in the middle of the intersection. So basically,
Where there's no lanes painted in that middle.
there are no lanes painted. And what I'm arguing here is if we're both turning left, if she's making the turn into the lane like she's supposed to,
she should be on your left-hand side.
She should be to the left of me, and I should be here.
So you're
in my
saying
lane.
that because she was trying to
get
quickly
into
make
this-
a right, which she has admitted, that she was too much to the right.
Too much to the right.
Go ahead and go back to. Why didn't you stop?
I do have
Why didn't you
pictures.
stop? It's just so weird.
I have pictures.
What kind
I
of
can
car
show
do you
the-
drive?
I have an Audi. Here's the pictures.
Do you not have insurance? That's a reason not to stop. I don't want to get a ticket. There's got to be some reason you didn't stop, because people don't normally collide with another car, even if it's light. You don't say, that was just a kiss, I don't have to stop. Everybody stops. Can you
I
answer
show
my
the
question?
damage? Yeah. Why didn't I stop? And I'm going to show you why I didn't stop, because it was so light. It was never.
I'm sorry,
it's
sir.
Not something
I have been on the earth a long time, and I have never seen a situation where someone makes contact with another car and doesn't stop. That's the law. That's what you're supposed to do. It's actually a criminal offense for you not to stop. Show me the damage to the car. Your first estimate on the damage to the car was a $500 buff.
Yeah,
That'll buff right out.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
He laughs because that's my husband's answer to everything.
Because
not just a little car damage, but also when I come to him with a problem, it's like, honey, that'll buff right out. Don't worry about it.
So I called my mechanic, and he does a little bit of other stuff on the side.
Is this her car?
No, that's my car.
Where's the damage to your car? Do you have pictures of the damage to your car?
It's something that I can
There's
take
no
care of.
excuse for you not stopping. Zero.
And Judge, I was
This
stopped.
does not add perspective to your failure to follow the law.
And I was stopped.
What are these?
mind
These are
you.
pictures of the.
That's how deep the scratches were. That when he scratched from the rear fender all the way to the front.
First of all, let me just say that I love that you laminated these pictures and you made them nice and big
I
and
didn't want to
judge-friendly.
get crinkles.
No, it's
for
lovely.
you.
You did a great job. The people you spoke to on the phone said it sounds like it'll buff right out
My
if your nail
mechanic
can't
thought
go
he
in.
could-
And then you took it to two other people who gave you estimates for thousands of dollars, correct?
Yes.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. So if somebody doesn't have insurance, which is against the law, are they responsible for the car accident they're in?
They should be responsible.
Pardon me?
They should be responsible
Because they don't have insurance.
because they should. It's a law that they should have insurance. So
Fair enough, but are they responsible because they don't have insurance?
I would say not technically responsible if they don't have insurance, but it depends on whose fault it is.
So you're saying it has to do with fault.
Yes.
Are you automatically responsible if you don't have insurance?
Yes, I think you are.
You may be onto something. Going inside the courtroom.
Here's a problem. I have a problem, and let me tell you what my problem is. And I want to give you a chance to talk me out of what my problem is. My problem is I can't tell who's at fault. I have an intersection that has no lanes painted for turning left. I have two people, one of whom is in the right place to make that immediate right, and one of whom is not. The one of whom is not is you.
But I was sitting still.
Stop talking and listen to me. First of all, you can't be sitting still in the middle of an intersection either, all right? You're supposed to keep moving. So that alone is really bad for you. But when you're coming this way, I know that you're trying to get to the right because I know that you're trying to make this right. So when I'm trying to figure out which of the two of you is in the other person's lane, which is hard because I don't have a picture of the accident. I don't have stripes painted in that turn. So, we're kind of guessing at this. I'm sorry, I'm in the middle of a sentence. Okay. The inclination is that you're trying to make that right and that you are probably going to be a little more in there. You add to that the fact that you were stopping still in the middle of an intersection, and it's kind of hard for you to say that the accident isn't your fault.
I have the exact one.
As mad as I may be at him for being a bad human and not stopping immediately. But either way, the person who has to prove to me by a preponderance of the evidence that the accident is his fault if you're trying to collect $2,000 from him is you. You've got the burden of proof.
It's here.
Yeah, it's there. The smoking gun is there. Let's see what you got. How does that change anything I've just said? That's the same picture that's up there. Do you understand?
That's exactly where it is. He had no reason to be that close.
No, this is exactly where you say it is, but
no,
that's where. Stop and listen. This is just a picture of the intersection. I have that right there. In order to determine whose car is where, I gotta either believe you or believe him. That's all. And when I have common sense, which I have, and I say to myself, all right, they're both trying to make the right-hand turn. Who's probably inching their way into the right-hand lane? It sounds like it's you. But either way, you've got to prove to me that a guy who is in the correct lane, who is making a left, who has perfect right-of-way to go ahead and make his right, that he, for some magical reason, got in your way.
I don't understand why he got so close.
Or,
I was at the mouth of my lane.
Because I don't think you're in the mouth of your lane.
I was.
Let me put it to you in the plainest language I could put it. You're trying to get into the right-hand lane and make that immediate right. I don't think you're in your own lane.
Not ahead of him. That's why I stopped. Because
then don't stop in the middle of an intersection because you're going to cause an accident. Verdict for the defendant.
Well, I think the plaintiff is kind of surprised. Ms. Murray, what are you thinking?
I'm upset because he had no right touching my car. I was sitting still. He had his whole lane to go around me. I stopped to let him go first so I could merge into that lane behind him. And for him to come that close all the way over here to my lane and scratch me up going that way is ridiculous. I have to look into this to see what else can be done about it. Because I'm not going to let him just get away with scratching me while I'm sitting still.
I'm sorry.
Thank you.
That's the judge's decision.
Yes,
okay?
that's her decision.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
You must sign some documents, Mr. Hodges. You are so lackadaisical in this whole experience here. Like, you're surprised to be here, first place.
Yes, I am. I don't, this wasn't necessary. Like the judge said, it was pretty obvious that she was trying to make a turn that she shouldn't have been trying to make in a way she shouldn't have tried to make it.
You know, personally, I think you're lucky, though, because you didn't stop. She said you should have stopped.
I know, but we were here for the scratch. Shh.
I know. But I'm surprised. I'm surprised you got off, quite frankly.
I am too. I'm happy.
You are too? Okay, good enough. We're both in the same thought point. Thank you very much. You're
Thank
lucky.
you very much.
Okay, very good. Take care. Harvey?
Here's the thing. If you don't have insurance, you're going to get ticketed. But it is not what is going to make you responsible for the car accident. The person responsible for the car accident is the person who is negligent, and that is not necessarily the person driving without insurance.